Alright folks, oops, microphone was up. What is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And hopefully I don't get too much wind interference on my microphone. The breeze has finally changed after weeks of blowing the wrong way, and it's coming through and cooling our room again, which is really nice. But anyways, I put a new rain mod in the game, and the game didn't particularly, I mean, it didn't not like it, but the game was like, hey, this is new, so I'm canceling everything you're doing, which fortunately, as you know by the last video, I'd already made my delivery, so I didn't have to worry about that. But then it moved me, you know, to a safe place, which is usually your garage. And so that's why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And that's why I'm kind of like coming at you in mid-choosing a load. I didn't particularly like the loads that were around me, and I figured since I'm running bobtail and I'm in the middle of a clump of trailers, you know, towns, I decided to run off to one town that had an interesting load and take that one. And this is definitely going to be at least a two, more than likely a three-part video at almost 2,000 kilometers. We will be going all the way down, it looks like, to Casablanca. Yes, we'll be going all the way to Casablanca. And we will be hauling the heaviest load I've towed yet at 48 tons. The only reason I'm agreeing to do this is because it should be an interesting pull in this part of Africa. Because this part may have a lot of dune hill climbs. And I've only got a 420 horsepower engine. So I think this should be an interesting run. Now, either when I get to Africa, or maybe just preferably when I get to Africa, because Africa has some really light, really cheap diesel. I'm talking like 15 cents per liter. I definitely want to fuel up there. Ooh, I just realized I'm tired. I should rest first. And there is a rest point around here. This trailer should still be here. This trailer should still, at least I hope that's a rest point. Ooh, sorry. This almost looks like a garage I can buy. Which, if that's the case, that kind of sucks, because you can't rest, excuse me, you can't rest at a garage. It is a garage I can buy. Shit. Yeah, I can't rest here. I don't think. It says I can, but I don't think I can. No. I hate starting out even a little bit tired, because that messes up my runs. But this trailer should still be here. And there's a town not far over here. So if I don't have a delivery pending. Oh, yes, I do. Shit, I already took it. I'm a dumbass. What? Oh, you've got to be kidding. Alright, folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug. I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. I gotta explain a couple things real quick. Number one, I put in a new military trailer mod by Jazzy Cat, and it's a really good mod, but it's not to my taste for once. Basically, he made it so that you could pick up military cargo from everywhere. You know, there were certain companies that you couldn't pick up from and deliver to for military cargo, which is pretty cool, but the backlash to that is it made way too much military hardware show up for my taste. Yeah, way too much military hardware. As a matter of fact, in the town that I was in, and I got teleported back to my main town, to where my garage is. The town that I was in had nothing but military cargo to pick up. 3 pages worth of military hardware. I didn't like that. So I ended up deleting that and rolling back to his previous one. So that's why I'm not where I should be. And when I ended up in my garage, I didn't like the fact that I had, the choices I had for trailers. So I found a trailer I wanted to haul in another town that was close by. Well, I was arguing with myself for a little bit, and I actually came up with a solution. I'm here, blink. And this was the best haul, yeah? And then after I rested, this thing came up. Now, I've already hauled one of these before. And this is hauling directly on the road that I've been on for most. You see here, I've pretty much been on that road continuously. It's just going to pass where I've been here to here. And I don't like that. But it's hard to argue. $18.70 per mile? That's almost $20 or per kilometer. That's almost $20 per kilometer. How could I pass that up? Well, I'm going to be straight with you. I can. Because I think this would be more fun to haul. It cuts through France, which means I'm going to be dealing with a ton of toll booths. We all know how much that fun is. And then I get to go here into Africa. And this section of road, I believe, has sand dunes, which would be an interesting struggle to climb, especially considering we're going to be hauling almost 50 tons on a 4x2 with a 420 engine. I think this will be a fun challenge for this run, because I'm going to be upgrading my chassis next time around. I'm going to be level 10 soon, so that means I'll have an upgrade on my chassis. So I think we take this cargo instead of going with that 15 tons, safe haul cylinder. I think that's just going to be a lot more fun. I need some more volume. There we go. Now, no, this cargo isn't exactly close. What? Oh, I only hit it once. I guess it was on, I shut them off and then turned them back up. That's alright, that's only $100. That's not too bad. That's a fine I can swallow. Yes, I have lost a little bit more money because I've driven by that recruitment agency before. I don't know why I didn't see it till now. But regardless, what was I going to say? I get like the sun shining like right in my eyes. We have a shade, but the shade only covers like the 3/4 of the window. And it's that time of year where the sun gets around to a very specific point, and it shines right in that last 1/4 that's exposed for a little while, and it's right in my eyes. And it's really annoying, so I gotta like duck down until it goes away. I'm running bobtail, so... Alright, maybe not that far. I meant to go to 12. Why I went to 10, I don't know. But I repaired my truck, number 1. So that's why I lost some money. Number 2, I ended up having a car come out of my blind spot behind the mirror. I ended up hitting him. And so I had to pay for that, of course. It feels like something biting my arm. I don't know why. I did have something bite me on my arm not long ago. Bit me on the underside of my arm, and not sure what. I'm going to assume it was a small spider, because I woke up one morning and found one on me. It was up around the back of my neck. Spiders don't bother me too much if they're small. Well, the funny thing about that is most large spiders, especially here around Hawaii, are not dangerous. The dangerous spiders are the small ones. We have black widows and the brown recluse here. Those are the scary spiders, but other than that, like, the big spiders here are actually not dangerous. They're scary. They're definitely scary looking, but they're not dangerous. Alright, here we go. $48 tons. This is going to be a fun haul. We're hauling a storm generator, by the way. If you didn't read the cargo or something. I really shouldn't be double shifting at that point. I didn't look to see if this was a rush delivery or not. If it's a rush delivery, we're going to be late. But so be it. So, not much to talk about right now, except possibly the fact that I don't even know why I shifted. That was actually kind of a stupid idea. But not a lot for me to talk about except for like Hearthstone. Hearthstone patch finally came out, and they changed a lot of stuff in the game. But the huge blow up right now around the new patch is mages. Mages have basically taken over. Lots of people are starting to play mage because they're coming up against mages and they can't beat them with most decks, apparently. And a lot of people say, oh no, there's not this and there's not that. Well, kind of there is. Mages are the flavor of the month. I'm just going to go over here this for now. And that would be one reason why. You know, especially there's decks out there, you know, for people who have been in the game a long time, even after wipe, and have spent a lot of, like, money or gold in the game, and have been able to build certain mage decks. Mage decks are probably the second most unfun deck to play against, or at least was behind Priest, but probably they become the most unfun now because of things like Frost Nova, you know, basically freeze decks. They just freeze you out basically until they're able to deal enough direct damage to you to kill you. And they're extremely boring and frustrating to play against. And there's a new version out that revolves around giants, the Molten Giant and the Hill Giant or Rock Giant. I have to take corners like this a little more seriously. Even something like that could be dangerous to my truck. A 48-ton trailer. But somebody won a tournament using this particular deck, which has like a lot of CC, and whose idea is to get to low health to prevent you from killing them using things like ice barrier and ice block, and then dropping a whole bunch of giants, dropping mountain giants early, and then dropping molten giants late, and using a bunch of CC, using Alex Straza to get you down to 15 health, and then just dropping a pyroblast on you. You know, things like that. I mean, it's really coming down to the near point where it's like the only way to beat a mage is to play a mage. And it's funny because, slow down more, please. Because you can basically see the two types of people on the board right now. And those two types of people are people who are complaining about mages and everything they're having to deal with right now, especially the new ranking system, and people who play mages. They're going, no, they're not overpowered. I don't think they're overpowered. I do think they're unbalanced, and I do think that they're anti-fun. You know, that's all there is to it. They're not fun to play against. They're extremely frustrating, and they're extremely boring. Now you say, well, this is a control deck. Yes, but you also need a good chance to win against a control deck with certain other decks. And right now, there's actually not much you can do to prevent, you know, dealing with mages. Being able to deal, being able to deal 10 and 20 direct damage to somebody in the late game is just nuts. I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting at 20 health, 25 health, and lost to a mage because I got double pyroblasted because the game was just going that late, and because the mage was just stalling out until they top decked that particular card. You know? I can't tell you how frustrating it is. So, hopefully by next patch, Blizzard will work on balancing out mages a little bit more. And I really think they do need balancing. Again, I don't think they're broken, but they're definitely unbalanced. I mean, even my mage deck, I look at it, I don't even have Pyroblast or Giants, and it's still highly effective. You know, where I use things like counter spells and mirror entities, fireballs, sheeps, frost bolts. You know, it's relatively an effective deck. I really don't want to fuel until I hit Africa, but I don't know if I'll be able to wait that long. Not hauling this monster. Well, you know, it says I have about 1,500 kilometers left. Actually, I probably can. The reason I don't want to fuel up until Africa is because in Africa, the fuel rates are stupidly inexpensive. Like 15 cents or 15 whatever part of euros is called per the liter, you know. So I'd really rather do that than anything else, especially considering I'm playing on hard mode. I think we have to be in this lane right now, although we probably will have to go back to that lane in a moment. Ooh. Careful on the corner. And this is a hill climb as well. The good thing about this trailer I'm hauling, even though it's 48 tons, is that it's smaller. You know, it's not like extra wide or extra long. It is actually a standard flatbed. So it makes it a little easier to haul. And I like that. I've considered like moving the military trailer pack around, like moving the trailer packs around back and forth before resting or something, because I realized that when it really does depend on which trailer pack you have loading last. Depends on what kind of trailers you see, because the trailer pack for the military pack will override some of the trailers in the regular trailer pack, and then the, you know, vice versa if you do it the other way. So it's been interesting, to say the least, to see the differences. But I'm probably just going to stick with what I have, because I have seen the fact that military trucks, at least in Europe, I don't know about the United States because I've never personally seen it, but civilian trucks do haul military cargo in Europe. I've seen the footage of it. So, I kind of I don't know if they'd actually like haul tanks unescorted, but smaller stuff I've seen. So that's kind of like enough justification for me to put this, to work with this trailer mod. Careful. But I don't know if I want to switch it around to where I get more military stuff. Because again, as I've said before, that's the issue I faced with the new Jazzy Cat military mod. It was just too many military cargoes. The town I was in was nothing but military cargo. And that's a little too much. Get enough off-ramps? At least this one I was able to do that because I had cars coming up on the side of me. Alright, gotta be careful of this corner. Yes, I take these corners. I may take them a little too, like you saw me there, go inside the line a little bit. And I may do that from time to time. But I'm really just trying to... whoa. Yeah, watch out for things like this. I'm really taking this seriously because I learned quite a while ago, if you go and watch some of my earlier videos, just how easy it is to flip a truck when you run in 4x2 and a heavy trailer. Yeah. Be interesting to see what happens with Warcraft with the new Sons of Draenor patch coming out. Sorry, dude, I gotta cut you off. It's another exit, and I'd rather just not go over the median there, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it should be interesting because they talked about it. They talked about it at BlizzCon. About what's next. Fine, whatever. When's the next patch coming out, next big content patch. And one of the guys on the panel was quoted as saying, anyone that we put on putting new content into the oh crap, really? I need to watch my GPS a little bit more. And we said, you know, anyone that we dedicate to doing that is somebody that we don't have working. Ooh. Yeah, I'll slow way down for this one. Thank you. Well, that's somebody that we don't have working on, of course, somebody we don't have working on the new expansion, the Sons of Draenor. But I don't know, I am having fun in Warcraft again. Maybe going away for a while is what really helped. You know, I still like Guild Wars 2, but I don't know, there's just something more familiar about Warcraft, even though I feel that they kind of dumbed it down a little too far. That's how I feel, they dumbed it down a little too far. What? The speed limit was... Oh, God. Really? Well, there went a nice 70 figures. Now I'm going on 74. Oh, fuck this. Damn it. Fresh. Fine. Be a little more careful about that. I was kind of going based on the fact I really doubt I'm going to build up enough speed to get a speeding ticket. Well, hubris got the better of me on that one. Nice curvy road for hauling 48 tons on a 4x2. Nice and curvy. Okay. We should be able to shut our lights off in about half an hour's time, game time. A series of S-curves coming up that we're going to have to be careful for. I think we'll be alright. Ah! Toll booth, first one. Lucky us. I love that sound. Oh, that's an awesome sound. Isn't it? I gotta go hang and swap laundry when I'm done with this run. That's gonna be fun. Why did I even shift gears? I got a hill climb. Mind you, that was just a minor hill climb. If we gotta climb the dunes of Africa, oh, that'll be fun. And I believe this haul goes all the way to Casablanca. I don't know why I say it like that. Don't condemn me. But that's how I say it. Casablanca. Casablanca. No speed cameras. I don't see any speed limits. I think we're okay. Ah. This is going to be a tough run simply on the fact that I will have to hold the throttle the entire way. I really doubt I'm going to get a point to where I can lock in the cruise control. Hill climb. Actually, surprisingly enough, our momentum carried us up over the hill. I love when you can actually see the difference of when your truck hits a hill and then the trailer hits the hill. This is particularly more recognizable when you're going down a, maybe somewhat steep decline, and then you hit the bottom and it's followed up by another incline. And right when your truck hits the incline, you really don't feel much of a difference. The second your trailer's tires hits that incline, that's when you start slowing down. And you can actually feel that weight difference. That is pretty cool in my eyes. Alright, this is going to be a sharp corner. At least in terms of going this way, a sharp corner. Hauling what I'm hauling with the chassis I have, yeah. We are definitely not gonna. I don't know. This stands a really good chance of being a 3-video run, just because I'm not going to make the ferry on this first run, and that ferry is going to be another rest point. So what we could have is 2 normal length videos, and then one really short one in between. Because I do hold to the fact that every rest stop and every ferry, regardless of where they are, with two minor exceptions, is the end of a video. Exception number 1 is I'm like in a town where the ferry is, and I'm starting a haul that takes me onto the ferry. So if I was like hauling this to Africa and I started in the town with the ferry, then that doesn't count. The other is a video like the last one I uploaded, where I only had, I had like 100 kilometers or so left to go, or something like that. And I had something like that left to go, and it's like, well, why make another video for just what's going to be, what, another 5-10 minutes of footage? Might as well just run with it. Those are the only 2 exceptions. So basically, if they're at the very early extreme beginning or the very end extreme. Alright, so we are up around 90 right now. We've slowed down some. There are cameras. Alright, we're safe from this camera. I don't get how I, hauling 48 tons, can out-haul that guy hauling concrete. Because that concrete trailer is not 48 tons. Alright, we get an off-ramp coming up here, so I think I'm starting to get a little cocky in my corners, and that corner makes me really think that. I gotta be a little more careful, because a corner like that can cause me to flip. I need to be more careful. In fact, I really need to slow down right now. I'm getting to know my 14 speed a little bit better finally. As you may have noticed, I'm not over downshifting too much like there. I know that 40 kilometers is 10th gear. He's going to have to wait if he's not turning. Oof. Even a minor climb like this is devastating. Oh, I got an itch on my leg. I've got an itch on my leg. I've got an itch on my leg. Fortunately, it's just the throttle. I was still iffy about taking my hand off the controller, though, just to scratch that itch. Aw, I thought we were doing more country road driving, which would be fun. Nah. It splits up into a highway right here. Maybe it narrows down again, up a ways. Right. We do have... yo, dude. That would have been bad. Saw that coming. Easy. Very easy to get over. I saw the 70-kilometer speed limit. Very, very easy to get over 70 kilometers when hauling 48 tons, even down a minor incline. Or decline like we were there. Decline because we're going down. Incline because you're going up. I know that most of you know that, if not all of you, but believe it or not, I actually said that to myself to reaffirm the fact that I'm saying decline for the right reasons, and even then I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to move over. Yay! Another toll bridge. I gotta check the map real quick, see where we are. That's still quite a long ways. I don't want to fuel up before getting to Africa because there's yeah, fuel stations right here, but it's gonna be close in my eyes. It's gonna be iffy because this is still a long way to go, and I don't know if that's under 1,000 kilometers right now, which is where we're sitting at. Looks like we're heading into some rain. I know I haven't turned on the winter mod like I was supposed to. And I apologize for that. I really do. I apologize for that. It's just that as beautiful as the winter mod is, and it really is, I am highly, highly concerned. I'm concerned about being able to make deliveries in this truck. And number two, I'm really concerned about like crashing and a lot of that stuff because it gets really slippery and I don't have the money to back that up. And I know those are real personal, but there is another reason. There really is another reason. And it may be small to you guys, but it's major to me. That's that when it snows, you hear rain. You know, when it snows, you hear rain. And somebody hasn't figured out how to fix that yet. So that actually does bother me. I can't stand things like that. Should be interesting to see if this new rain sound works. I took out my Awesome Rain mod because this mod, the guy got the idea from the guy that made Awesome Rain, and he gives and in his post he gives props to the guy that made Awesome Rain. But he supposedly made this really nice rain sound, and then he also modified in it to make like an Awesome Rain. So we'll see. We're almost at rest point anyways. When I next see a rest point on the map, I'm going to have to check to see if I think I can make the next one. Unlike I did in the last video. My neck's a little sore from being hunched down so much. With the sun still not in a good spot. Alright, there's the next rest point. And then the one after that is this toll booth. And then there's one after that as well. I probably can make them, judging by how much I have left, if not even further. 2 hours? Yeah. We still got almost 3 hours. We should be able to go by here. I am worried about my fuel status, though. I really don't think I'm going to make it. I'm not going to fuel up at this station, but I probably will end up fueling up at the next station. Which is a little disappointing. I hate shifting lanes on a... Whoa, I'm going way too fast for this corner. Well, no, it's just I was like still like staying on the hammer, and I wasn't trying to coast through it, which would have been really bad. And yeah, I said hammer. Been a while since I've heard that phrase. That goes back to my old BJ and the Bear days, and old 80s trucking, and listen to those musics, and Smokey and the Bandit and all that. Put the hammer down. I used to have a whole book when I was a kid. This is how much I wanted to be a trucker when I was a kid. I used to have an entire book, illustrated children's book, about what different truck driver sayings meant. Yeah? Such as getting on the double nickel, going 55. Putting the hammer down, going fast. Smokey, of course, was Smokey or a bear. You know, sometimes they'd even say Smokey the Bear, which I don't know why, but Smokey or Bear was police. Dude, I really want to move over. Alright, you know what? We just yawned. Never mind. I'm just going to rest point it here. And then the next gas station I'll fuel up. But yeah, Smokey was, or Smokey or Bear was a cop. A bear in a plain brown wrapper was a cop in an unmarked car. Bear in the air was a police helicopter. I forget what else. I'll just be straight with you. I forget what else. But there was more. There was plenty more. So we're just going to rest it up here. Really, you're not going to give me the rest point? Well, fuck you then. Brake. Shut it down. I just want to take a quick look. Yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. Still love the look of my truck, but alright. We're going to rest it out here. That would be another loan installment going through. Losing money quickly. Gotta be careful. But still, we're getting 30,000 for this run, minus the 600 I just used, minus fuel, minus the ferry trip. Yeah, that's quite a bit. But we're still gonna be pulling like 25,000 or so off this, so that's gonna be fine. But all right, folks, that's gonna be me done for this run. The next run will be going to the ferry. And then the third run will be in Africa. Hopefully there won't be a fourth one. If there's a fourth one, we are pretty much guaranteed to be late. But if we are, then, well, we are. I just wanted to try this run. And it's my own damn fault if it doesn't work. But it's still going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, if you could leave a comment, rate, and subscribe down below, that would be incredibly awesome. Until next time, this will be One Big Bug. I'm going to sign out, and I'll see you on the road.